Aloha kako, welcome. My name is James Hustace and I serve as Hawaii County Council Member for District 9, representing the communities of North and South Kohala. Just here to provide a few new updates since our last virtual chat. Had a great number of conversations, discussions with community members over the last week. It was great to attend the Kohala High School May Day performance, as well as the Older American Luncheon at the end of the week. That was a fabulous opportunity to connect with our kapuna there. And also had a nice conversation with a number of high school students, really learning about their research into our agricultural systems. And then had some good success at council with our minimum property tax for Department of Hawaiian Homelands and our homesteaders across the island with Bill 44. That's going to be moving to council. And had great turnout at 3 nights of community meetings with our state legislators. So mahalo to Senator Richards, Representative David Tarnas, Representative Lowen for joining us in Waikoloa, and Councilmember Kimball for joining us at the Waimea session. It was great to see community out at those events, hearing your questions, talking story, and then sharing all the work that we're doing both at the state and the county level. This week, council is off. We'll be back in session on May 20th and the 21st, so next week. And really, we're still in the budget. So it's this time when we're reviewing and providing amendments to the second draft of the mayor's budget. And we'll be holding special finance committee meetings next week and public hearings to hear from you about the budget itself. So May 20th will be a public hearing in the evening for the budget and any sort of changes that may be proposed for real property tax that are set by the mayor. And then on May 22nd will be the first reading of the second draft of the budget by council, and that's the first day we'll be starting to see amendments come from each of the council members. So like I said, committee and council are off this week, but next week we're back at it, so a pretty busy week next week from the 20th to the 22nd between regular committee and council day, as well as a special finance committee meeting for the budget itself. Last week at council, we had a blanket resolution for PONC, with Public Access, Open Space, Natural Resource Preservation Commission, regarding all the projects that were proposed on the 2024 list, the priority list. So some ongoing work that we have to do about PONC itself, definitely with the priorities and going after and acquiring the properties that the community is really stepping out there to do the hard work for these spaces and preserve and conserve these spaces for perpetuity. Like I said, we also had some good success with the Bill 44, looking at minimum property tax for our homesteaders. This is similar to other counties, so trying to provide parity for our homesteaders across the state and the county here to match other counties. So really providing relief for our homesteaders, and had good reading at committee level, and it's going to be read 2 more times at council coming up. So next will be on a council meeting, the agenda for next week as well on the 21st. And with that, I always encourage you to submit testimony on items that come before council. You're welcome to use the email address counciltestimony@hawaiicounty.gov. Remember that your written testimony is due at 12 noon on the business day prior to that meeting. And I always value your insight and your voice. So mahalo for taking the time to submit testimony. Looking at a few community events, I'd like to start off with some road paving. Still some ongoing road paving here in Waimea at mile markers 0 to 1, so the Lindsay Road intersection to Lalamila Farm Road. So ongoing road work there, paving, restriping, kind of wrapping things up there. We'll see some more striping as it kind of gets on. And then also in Waimea, there's some paving in Kuhio Village along Hale Ali'i Street and Kamanava Street. So expect some impacts there for the community and residences in Kuhio Village. Further out on Mamaloa Highway towards the Daniel Kainoe intersection, some ongoing paving and striping in that area. In Waikoloa, please expect some paving around the Kimonui Street area. And then up on Kohala Mountain Road, some additional road work with tree trimming and culvert cleaning. So please expect some traffic impacts there. This week is Police Week. We're recognizing fallen police officers, and there'll be a sign waving effort in Waimea at Church Row this Thursday, the 15th, starting at 4:30. Tonight, Tuesday, May 13th, there is a South Kohala Traffic Safety Committee meeting in Waikoloa Village at the community room, the WVA community room, starting at 5 o'clock. There's also a community talk story regarding bills 198, 199 at the Waimea Community Center, starting at 5 o'clock. Tomorrow night, Wednesday, is the Kohala Craft Night at St. Augustine's Church, and that kicks off at 6:30 in the evening. On Wednesday, there's also the Wildfire Safety Advocates of Waikoloa. They'll be meeting at the Waikoloa Village Association Community Room starting at 5:30. On Thursday evening, the South Kohala Community Development Plan and their Action Committee They're meeting at the Waikolo Village Association Community Meeting Room as well on Thursday evening starting at 5 o'clock. And then some things to look forward to closer to the weekend. On Friday is the Waimea Family Food Truck event at Keck headquarters, kicking off at 4 o'clock. Always a fun event to be out there and connect with community members. And then there's a work day up in Niuli'i on Keokea Beach Road area on Saturday starting at 9 a.m. So if you're looking to get out there and lend a helping hand out in the community there. And then just to put something on your radar, it's Honokaa Western Week in our neighboring community over here, May 16th through May 26th. So some exciting events happening for that entire week in Honokaa. And it is also graduation season, so wishing all the families success and the graduates congratulations for their successful year as we look to the summer months ahead. And with that, I'm honored to serve as your council member, so please reach out if you have any questions. You're welcome to email me at james.hustace@hawaiicounty.gov. You can call our Hilo office at 808-961-8564 or our Waimea office at 808-887-6077. With that, wishing you good health, be well, aloha.